Welcome back to Change Your Life. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of the Roosevelt Dime, a coin with an iconic design, a mysterious past, and hidden treasures that most people never notice. As we explore the most valuable, most expensive, and ultra-rare U.S. coins ever discovered, we enter the top 5 Roosevelt Dimes that collectors and investors chase like gold. These tiny pieces of American history, especially the ones carrying the D Mint mark, hide shocking stories behind their copper-nickel clad bodies, often showing a strange silver-colored shine that confuses even experts. Many of these coins are found in dirty, worn-out condition, yet their value can explode into thousands of dollars, and in rare cases, even millions. So before you spend that old dime, stick around, because you might be holding a fortune in your hands. First up, coin number 1. Welcome back to a journey that just might change your life, because today we step into the mysterious world of the 1977 D Roosevelt Dime, a coin so small, so silent, and so easily ignored that millions of people have spent it without ever knowing the secret power hiding inside. This coin, made from copper-nickel clad but shining with a strange silver shade appearance, has a history filled with confusion, accidents, and rare minting events that collectors still whisper about today. The craziest part? Many of the most valuable 1977 D dimes have been found in dirty, worn, scratched, or damaged condition, proving that sometimes the most ordinary-looking coin can carry an extraordinary secret worth thousands, or, in the rarest cases, even life-changing amounts. The story begins deep inside the Denver Mint during the late 1970s, a chaotic time when machines were running non-stop, mint workers were rushing under deadlines, and new metal batches were being tested. Within this pressure-filled environment, a few coins slipped through the cracks with mistakes that were never meant to reach the public. Some were struck off-center, some had weak impressions, some had unusual metal layers, and some were made from planchets that were not perfectly bonded. These errors went unnoticed at the time, but they created a new mysterious class of 1977 D Roosevelt Dimes that would later send shockwaves through the coin-collecting world. What makes this coin even more interesting is the way time has treated it. The copper-nickel clad layers on some pieces reacted strangely to humidity, heat, oils from hands, and decades of circulation, causing the surface to turn silver gray, smoky, or even ghost white. These strange color transformations are not signs of damage, they are clues. Collectors know that when a 1977 D dime appears with a silvery, faded or dusty tone, something unusual might be happening inside the metal. This is why even heavily circulated, dirty condition pieces are inspected with excitement, because discoloration often reveals hidden flaws or rare errors born during minting. The most shocking mysteries of the 1977 D dime come from rumors that a few were struck with misaligned dies, causing the details of Roosevelt's portrait to shift ever so slightly. Some coins show doubled lettering, some reveal odd bumps around the rim, and some have unexpected weight differences. Errors like these are considered pure gold in the collector world. They are the kind of mistakes that turn a 10-cent coin into a treasure worth thousands of dollars. And because these errors were never documented officially, nobody knows how many, or how few, actually escaped the mint. Imagine this, a small dime sitting inside a dusty jar for 30 years, unnoticed, ignored, almost forgotten. Yet the moment a coin expert examines it under light, everything changes. A slight die crack appears, or the color looks too silvery, or the strike seems too weak, and suddenly this forgotten dime becomes a headline. This happens more often than people think. That's why the 1977 D dime is considered one of the most dangerous sleeper coins, one that hides in millions of pockets, waiting for someone to discover its secret. Collectors love this coin because of its unpredictable behavior. You cannot judge it by shine. You cannot judge it by condition. A beat-up, dirty, scratched 1977 D dime may be worth more than a bright, clean one. That is the magic, and the curse, of this coin. Its true value hides in microscopic details, metal composition clues, and subtle errors that only reveal themselves to careful eyes. This unpredictability is what keeps the coin exciting, even after nearly 5 decades. The market for Roosevelt dimes has dramatically shifted in recent years. Collectors today are hungry for error coins, and the demand has pushed prices to unbelievable levels. A rare mistake from the 1977 D batch can explode in value instantly. Auctions shake. Collectors fight. Investors jump in. A coin that once bought a piece of gum now has the power to pay for a car, a house, or in the wildest scenarios, change someone's financial destiny forever. That's the shock of the 1977 D Roosevelt Dime, a coin that carries more uncertainty and excitement than almost any other modern dime. The deeper history of the Roosevelt Dime series adds even more mystery. Designed to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after World War II, the coin was created to symbolize strength, hope, and recovery. But over the decades, certain minting years like 1977 became famous not because of the design, but because of the unpredictable technical errors that occurred behind the scenes. Each error is like a fingerprint from the past, a tiny signature from the mint that proves that even machines have bad days. Now imagine holding one of these rare pieces in your fingers. The weight feels normal. The size feels normal. The surface appears worn and dull. But inside that thin layer of metal might be a minting anomaly capable of rewriting your fortune. That is the thrill collectors chase. That moment when your heart races, your breath freezes, and you realize your life could change in a single second because of a dime that everyone else overlooked. So before you spend your 1977 D Roosevelt Dime, before you toss it aside because it looks too dirty, too old, or too boring, look at it again. Study the shine, the shade, the color, the edges, the lettering. Because this small coin has a giant history, a shocking list of errors, and a hidden potential to turn itself from pocket change into a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. The 1977 D Roosevelt Dime may be only 10 cents in value on paper, but in reality, it carries the power to change someone's fortune overnight. Welcome back to the channel that just might change your life forever, because today, we're stepping inside the mysterious, unpredictable, and shock-filled universe of the Roosevelt Dime. And not just any dime. I'm talking about the 1977 D Roosevelt Dime, a coin so ordinary on the surface yet carrying stories, secrets, and rumors that could easily shake the world of collectors and investors. This tiny copper-nickel coin, barely the size of your fingertip, has become a legend, whispered about in markets, debated among collectors, and surrounded by claims of unimaginable worth. And today, we're diving deep into its twisted, electrifying history. The 1977 D Roosevelt Dime wasn't born in silence. It was struck during a tense era when the U.S. Mint was pushing millions of coins into the system, experimenting with alloys, fighting machine wear, and dealing with public pressure for durability. What came out of that chaos wasn't just a dime, it was a coin with a personality. Some turned out gray like winter metal, others aged into a strange greenish shade, and many carried rough, dirty, scarred surfaces that made them look like they'd survived a war. Those odd colors are exactly what sparked rumors about hidden silver traces, chemical reactions, and even secret mint experiments. Collectors today still argue, were some 1977 D dimes struck with different alloy batches? Did their unusual shades come from experimental mixtures? Or were these coins reacting to decades of circulation, humidity, pockets, machines, and the unknown? No one has a definite answer, and that uncertainty is exactly why this coin has become the center of so many unbelievable stories. Because where there is mystery, there is value. But here's where things get wild. In the world of coin collecting, sometimes the story becomes more powerful than the coin itself. Ordinary people started claiming that their dirty, green-gray 1977 D dimes were ultra-rare misstrikes. Others said that their dull, worn-out dime had faint silver shine under the dirt. And from those rumors grew a belief that some versions of this coin could reach prices no one expected. Suddenly, a simple dime that once lived in pockets, drawers, and dusty corners began to be called a million-dollar mistake. Imagine this: someone opens an old box, finds a worn-down dime with a faded D mint mark, a soft greenish layer, scratches all over the surface, and instead of tossing it aside, they hold it up like a treasure map. Because that's the magic of rare coins, you never truly know what's hiding under decades of grime, misstrikes, mint machine errors, or strange colorations caused by unpredictable chemistry. And the 1977 D dime became a symbol of that mystery. Some collectors would pay high just for the possibility that the coin had something unusual in it. And just when people thought the story couldn't get stranger, claims of unimaginable value exploded. Videos, forums, rumors, all declaring that a certain 1977 dime with a certain look, shade, or flaw could sell for thousands, or even make someone a millionaire overnight. The dream was simple. What if the coin sitting quietly in your pocket was actually a financial explosion waiting to happen? And that dream spread like wildfire. Of course, not every coin becomes a treasure. But the real power of the 1977 dime was psychological. It turned into a symbol of hope, the idea that something so small, so ordinary, so ignored could carry life-changing value. That a dirty, worn-out dime could rewrite your destiny. That fortune doesn't always arrive in gold bars or diamonds. Sometimes it comes in the form of a forgotten coin that no one bothered to look closely at. And let's talk about that dirty condition. Ironically, the dirtier this coin gets, the more mysterious it becomes. A clean dime looks normal, boring even. But a grimy, deep-toned, green-gray, scratch-filled 1977 dime looks suspiciously ancient, rare, or experimental. Collectors love unusual surfaces because they spark questions. And questions spark value. That's why some people refuse to clean their coins. Every stain feels like a story, every scratch feels like a clue. No one can deny the truth. The 1977 Roosevelt Dime is not just a piece of currency, it's a coin that ignites imagination. It has inspired myths of secret mint errors, accidental silver compositions, rare die strikes, and impossible prices. And whether these stories are exaggerated or misunderstood, one thing remains crystal clear: this dime has captured the hearts of treasure hunters around the world. So if you're holding a 1977 Roosevelt Dime right now, especially one with strange colors, heavy wear, or an unusual shine, don't rush to spend it. Don't ignore it. Don't toss it aside. Because history has proven one thing: the smallest objects can hold the biggest surprises. And who knows? Maybe your dime carries the kind of story, and the kind of value, that could change your fortune overnight. Welcome back to the channel that transforms ordinary pocket change into life-changing treasure. Today, we're stepping into the mysterious, shocking, and electrifying world of the 2005 Roosevelt Dime, a coin that looks so common, so harmless, so everyday, yet hides a story that has stunned collectors and investors across the country. This small copper-nickel-clad coin, minted in Philadelphia, has become the center of rumors of strange colors, secret mint reactions, rare error batches, and value so unimaginable that people claim it could turn an ordinary person into a millionaire overnight. When the U.S. Mint produced the 2005 dime, the world wasn't paying much attention. It was just another year, another batch, another flood of coins entering circulation. But deep inside those minting machines, where heat, pressure, metal mixtures, and microscopic chemical reactions collide, something unexpected happened. Some of these dimes began developing colors no one anticipated. Instead of the usual clean silver shine, many turned reddish, bronze-like, even dark brown, as if carrying the memory of fire and age within their skin. Collectors noticed these strange shades and immediately started whispering, was there a different alloy batch? Did the copper in the core react unusually? Were these coins exposed to chemicals, heat, moisture, or unrecorded mint machine changes? The truth remains a mystery. But those mysterious shades, from rusty red to deep brown, ignited curiosity. And curiosity in the coin world often becomes the spark that leads to legends. Suddenly the 2005 dime was no longer just a dime. It became a question mark. People wondered if these odd-color coins were accidental test runs, mint errors, or extremely rare chemical anomalies. Some even believed they were struck with improperly mixed metal, leading to the strange tones. And just like that, the value rumors exploded. Anything rare, anything unusual, anything unexplained, instantly becomes a magnet for collectors. And value? Value follows mystery like a shadow follows the sun. Then came the stories, wild, unbelievable, unstoppable stories. Someone claimed that a weird brown 2005 dime sold for thousands. Someone else said their red-toned dime was identified as a once-in-a-lifetime mint flaw. And from those voices came the boldest claim of all, that one special 2005p dime could be worth millions in today's market. Whether truth or exaggeration, the idea alone was enough to make millions of people look twice at the dime they were about to spend. What made this coin even more powerful was its dirty condition. Unlike other rare coins, where perfect mint shine increases value, the 2005p dime's dirtiness added to its mystery. A coin coated in layers of brown dust, oxidation, fingerprints, pocket sweat, and time became even more suspicious. A dirty dime doesn't reveal its secrets easily. You hold it, turn it, stare at it, and you feel like there's something hidden beneath the grime. Something older, something stranger, something valuable. That's why coin collectors went crazy over it. They don't just collect metal, they collect stories, mysteries, possibilities. And this dime delivered all three. Some versions looked burned. Others looked rusted. Some looked like copper was leaking through the surface. And every unusual shade made collectors wonder, is this one of the ultra-rare ones? Is this the million-dollar dime everyone whispers about? And here's the part that made people obsessed, the feeling that fortune could be hiding in plain sight. Imagine walking around with a fortune in your pocket without even knowing. Imagine a dime sitting in your drawer that could change your life forever. The 2005p Roosevelt Dime became a symbol of that dream, that the smallest, simplest coin could carry the power to rewrite destiny in a single moment. Many people started digging through old jars, dusty boxes, forgotten wallets, and childhood piggy banks. They searched for the reddish ones, the brownish ones, the strange-toned and suspicious ones. And with every discovery, the legend grew bigger. Not because the coin was guaranteed to be worth millions, but because the mystery surrounding it made every owner feel like they had found something that could be priceless. So if you're holding a 2005p Roosevelt Dime right now, especially one with dark brown shades, reddish patches, or heavy dirt, don't rush to spend it. Don't ignore it. Don't underestimate it. Because history has shown that the most ordinary-looking coins can hold the most extraordinary secrets. And who knows? That dirty, odd-colored dime in your hand just might be the key that unlocks a fortune and changes your life overnight. Welcome back to the place where ordinary coins reveal extraordinary destinies. Today, we dive into the jaw-dropping, unbelievable, and electrifying story of the 1974 Roosevelt Dime, a coin that began its life as a proof, perfect, polished, mirror-like, and yet somehow ended up escaping into the world as an impaired proof, scarred, scratched, dirty, and carrying the weight of a history no one expected. This small dime has stirred one of the most surprising waves of curiosity in the coin world, as collectors whisper about its strange appearance, rare proof quality, and unimaginable potential value. The U.S. Mint in San Francisco designed this coin to be flawless. Proof coins are supposed to be VIPs of the coin world, shiny surfaces, razor-sharp details, and smooth mirrored fields made only for collectors. But something happened inside the minting process of 1974. Some of these proof coins did not remain inside spotless packaging. Instead, they slipped into circulation, mixing with regular coins, losing their perfection, and turning into what collectors now call impaired proofs, a rare and fascinating category that immediately draws attention. As these coins entered the real world, they were exposed to everything proof coins were never meant to face: pockets, bags, dust, moisture, scratches, and years of wear. The once perfect silver-shaded surfaces became cloudy, dull, dirty, even bruised-looking. But instead of losing value, these scars added mystery. Collectors began asking, how did a proof coin escape? Why does it look like this? Is it part of a secret batch or a forgotten production error? And that is where the legend of the 1974 Impaired Proof Dime began. Proof coins escaping into circulation is always rare, but a 1974 with heavy wear, deep marks, and an unusual silver tone made people wonder if this coin had lived a double life. Some believed it was accidentally mixed with regular production. Others claimed it was damaged inside the mint itself and released by mistake. The truth? No one knows. And that mystery alone turned this coin into a collector's magnet. Soon the rumors began to rise like fire. Stories spread of a heavily worn 1974 proof dime selling for shocking amounts. Someone claimed a dirty, dull-toned proof was identified as a rare mint mishap. And the wildest claim of all, the kind that fuels every treasure seeker's dreams, was that some examples of this coin could reach the $1 million range in modern collector markets, especially if they show the unusual combination of proof strike plus heavy damage plus strange color tone. Adding fuel to the fire was the coin's dirty condition. Unlike other valuable coins where cleanliness and shine are everything, the 1974's Impaired Proof dime became more mysterious the more worn it looked. Dirt trapped in corners, scratches across the face, dull silver fading into dark patches, every mark made it look like a survivor, a resistant relic that lived beyond its intended purpose. And collectors adore coins with stories written in scratches and stains. To many collectors and investors, this coin became a symbol of the unpredictable side of the U.S. Mint. Proof coins aren't supposed to wander into the wild, yet this one did. And each impaired example looks different. Some have smoky gray surfaces, some show deep silver patches, some appear slightly darker as if touched by time. Every variation gives rise to new theories, new excitement, new rumors of rarity. This is why investors began chasing it. A 1974 dime that should have been perfect but instead appears battered and weathered becomes a conversation piece, a mystery, a puzzle waiting to be solved. And in the world of rare coins, mystery is priceless. A collector doesn't just buy metal, they buy the story, the excitement, the possibility that they're holding something no one else has. Suddenly, people everywhere started hunting proof coins in loose change, coin rolls, old jars, and forgotten drawers. The thought of finding a proof coin, especially one with the famous S-Mint mark, sent waves through the collecting community. And with every discovery of a damaged, dirty, or impaired proof dime, the legend grew even larger. Whether the value is real or exaggerated, the hope it inspires is undeniable. So if you hold a 1974 Roosevelt dime that looks scratched, worn, dirty, or mysteriously toned, don't take it lightly. Don't spend it without thinking. Don't ignore its potential. Because history has shown that the rarest treasures often hide behind the roughest surfaces. And who knows? That little impaired proof dime resting in your palm might just be the key to transforming your life overnight. Welcome back to the journey where small coins create big miracles. Today we unlock the mysterious and electrifying story of the 1970 Roosevelt Dime, a coin that looks ordinary at first glance, yet hides a history so shocking and unpredictable that collectors still whisper about it. This tiny silver-shaded clad coin, sometimes turning rusty red from age and exposure, has become one of the most talked-about coins in the hidden corners of the hobby. The year 1970 marked a turning point in U.S. minting history. The mint was shifting, experimenting, and pushing its machinery to incredible limits as America moved deeper into the era of copper-nickel-clad coins. These coins were meant to be tough, durable, and uniform. But in the Denver Mint that year, something unusual happened. A small batch of dimes developed unexpected color transformations, striking errors, and strange wear patterns, changes that collectors today believe hold the key to their rare value. The most dramatic feature that sparked excitement was the rusty red color shade that some of these 1970 dimes developed over time. This odd coloration, neither pure silver nor pure copper, came from chemical reactions inside pockets, drawers, metal boxes, or humid environments. Instead of ruining the coin, this unexpected tone gave it a legendary aura. Collectors began calling it the burnt shadow effect, a look that made certain examples stand out instantly. As these coins circulated through decades, picking up scratches, dust, stains, and dents, their surfaces changed even more. The once bright clad layer turned into a mix of faded silver and deep reddish-brown patches, making each piece look almost alive, like it carried a secret story written in its scars. And where collectors see mystery, investors see opportunity. Dirty, worn, unusual surfaces? That's exactly what sparks rare coin fever. Soon stories began to rise of 1970 dimes discovered in shocking condition, yet showing amazing minting anomalies, off-center strikes, weak rims, odd toning, blurry edges, and even minor planchet flaws. The whispers grew louder, some claiming rare pieces sold for jaw-dropping prices, some saying hidden examples could be worth millions, and others insisting that strange color variations meant a rare production batch no one documented. What truly fueled the legend was the idea that some 1970D dimes were minted during a transitional period when the Denver Mint was adjusting machinery and metal composition. Whenever a mint experiments or adjusts equipment, unpredictable outcomes appear, and collectors love unpredictability. A coin produced in such a moment becomes a treasure, a frozen piece of mint history. As the coin collecting world expanded, people became fascinated with coins that should have looked normal but didn't. And the 1970D Roosevelt Dime fit perfectly into that category. Its unexpected color, combined with Denver Mint quirks and decades of rough circulation, made it one of those coins that can spark instant excitement the moment someone pulls it from a forgotten jar or old purse. And then came the wildest rumor, the kind that sets hearts racing. Some collectors believe that extremely rare era varieties of this coin, especially those showing unique reddish-brown toning and unnatural surface patterns, could command astronomical prices. The kind of prices that transform normal people into overnight millionaires. Whether these claims are truth or myth, the belief alone turned this coin into a treasure hunt sensation. Every year, more and more treasure seekers begin checking their loose change for odd dimes. A little discoloration, a slightly unusual shine, a strange red patch, or a weakly struck mint mark, anything could be a sign. And because the 1970D dime blends so easily with regular change, anyone could be holding one without even knowing its potential. So if you ever come across a 1970D Roosevelt dime with a rusty red tint, a dirty and unusual surface, or strange wear patterns, don't rush to spend it. Hold it, study it, treasure it. Because coins like this carry the power to turn a forgotten drawer find into a life-changing discovery. In the world of rare coins, it only takes one extraordinary piece to rewrite your future forever.